Okay guys, welcome back. Just hit a couple this way. Got 5 on here guys. Now what I want you to watch is the plane. The plane really doesn't change for me. My plane really doesn't change much at all. There's no underplane. It's basically here, here. Just like a big windscreen wiper. Turn the foot in, elbows up, big shift. Tell you when that comes down. Now. Wind is ripping across here guys. Headwind, so the ball is going to just leak a little bit. When it gets out and runs out of its puff, it'll sort of go, just leak off. The good thing I find guys with this processor here is you don't get any snap rolls, so you don't get any pulls or drags. What was interesting, I was hitting a couple of those DeChambeau irons before yesterday, and they're so stiff and heavy and not much loft on them and no offset, and honestly I could not hit the ball left with those. They just want to go dead straight or a little fade. I couldn't hit the ball left with them. They just don't want to do that. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for clubs like that. But I'm used to these lightweight clubs and the hotter face. But have a look at the plane, guys, and have a look at my arms. Have a look at my elbow. Turn that in. Now it's interesting, the wind is blowing on me and it's making me not make that as enough shift. I just need to shift more, so I'll really concentrate on that. The wind is really blowing on my back. Come on, James. How's that flight, guys? Now as soon as it gets up above the tree line, it's going to go to the right because the wind is probably 50 k's up there. You keep it down below those trees, the wind has an effect, but not anywhere near as much. But that's a very leisurely swing, and that's going a long way for me. I'm not a long hitter, guys. 5 iron for me carries about 170 yards. If I nuke it, maybe 174, something like that. With this swing, it's easily that. Easily that. Come on. Big shift. And look at over this side, guys, there's no wrap over. None. And guys, I try and hit a shot every time I swing when I'm practicing. And I try and drill that into people. You have to have a purpose with every golf shot you hit. Come on. They're just the same flight. Nothing varies on those shots at all. It's exactly the same flight. My normal shot's always a draw, but these are dead straight and they just fall off. And it's because there's no, my normal shot is into out and I roll it. So I get the draw, path and face. Well here it's very, very much square to square through the ball, slightly open club face. So I'm going to get that ball flight, but it's, guys, you just never hit it left. I couldn't hit the driver left at all. I promise you, I really couldn't. Come on, have a big shift. Gotta be careful with that. Big shift. Look at this, guys, look. That's a pretty shot. It don't get any better than that. That's just such a pretty shot. And having that extra, the bigger the shift, the more time I've got to hit it, because you know, through history, guys, mine's a very quick staccato type golf swing. It's always been like that. Sam Snead's swing was a waltz tempo, mine was a jitterbug or a foxtrot. Okay, come on. Turn the foot in. Really get it over there, JH. Look at this, guys. Look where the club is. Look. Look at that ball flight. Ooh. Okay, now this will be easy. Now this is going to be really tough for me. This is a 5. This is DeChambeau 5-iron. Now, this is super stiff and it's got these skinny little grips. Mine are jumbo grips with 5 papers under them, and they're parallel. These are tiny little. These just, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll be able to swing them. They feel so. They're just like toothpicks, and they're so stiff. This will be interesting. Entirely different timing on this golf club. Beautiful feel off the face. These are quite upright and they just tend to just, for me, if I don't have the face open, they just tend to just drag a little bit because they're very upright. But I mean, that's just the most spectacular feel off the face with the Forge club. I mean, these are the heads that he's using. Picked up the wrong club. I thought that went high. That was a 7-iron. Oh, wow, that's gone high. Oh, whoa. Now, and these are quite weak lofted. 5-iron is 20. Mine's 25. And there's 28, so they're actually quite weak in the loft, and super stiff. Now, guys, how's that? That's exactly the same flight as my clubs, but with this shaft in it, and the weak loft would probably be, you know, half a club shorter. But if you haven't played Forge clubs for a long time, you don't realise how beautiful they are to hit. They're way too stiff for me, those shafts. I just need a firm and not as heavy as these, but they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just hit a couple this way. Shift. See here, guys, club's in front of me. Gee, that's a beautiful shot. That's a beautiful shot. 5-iron, just They go high because there's they got a lot of loft on them. But they never go here. I've got the face open to counteract that upright lie, of course. Okay, last shot, my buddy's coming. We have our Friday afternoon shootout. Come on, guys, now watch this. Big shift, Jays, come on. Just, I could get used to these again. Take me a couple of sessions, but because they're so heavy and stiff, but I could play with them. See if we can bust one. Really hammer time. Maybe it wasn't my buddy. Come on. Big shift. Look at this, guys, look. That's what you want. You don't want that. That's gone over the fence. Wind is a little bit on the beam for that shot, but that fence is about 170 yards from here, and that just got over the fence with these range balls. Okay, it's picked up a little bit with the with that wind on the beam. Okay, big shift. Come on, Jay. Big shift. When I say big shift, I want to go, whoa. I feel that, but not break this down. Don't want to break that down. Look where my ball position is. I can't tell you where it is. Steve Walters said, JH, can you just, in the fine details, can you just give us something on the ball position? Well, Steve, it's where it is. Once you establish this, and you take your address, here. And that eliminates so many complications. If you're looking to get into a position over the ball with an angle, it's too hard, guys. But if you've already got it established here, and you put the club down and just hunker down, there we are. We don't have to think about it. And the ball is, you just set your address to the golf ball. Don't be a slave or a victim to the golf ball position. Yeah. Can we toe that in a bit? A really big shift. Tell you what, guys. Oh, I could be tempted back into to big, heavy, stiff shafts and forged clubs again. And of course, these are Cobra 1 length. I mean, I just love them. I just think it's the smartest idea of all time for playing golf. Why would you want variable length golf clubs? Have them all the same length, same address position, same radius, same golf swing. I don't think of anything differently. Come on, big shift, Jade. They're beautiful clubs. Beautiful clubs. The little grips are really tough for me. Really tough. But wonderful. I just have to adjust it. I'm a very adaptable guy. Just makes me a little bit more fingery. Okay, last shot. Okay, so what can I say today? Just overview. These are going to be pointing up. Try and get that as close as you can. Get pressure on the pecs. When we take it away, make sure the club goes up, not around. Very much an up action as a feel. Because if it goes up, it'll come down. And I haven't got this going today. And I'll probably have to have a couple of practice sessions where I can really drive that trail foot. I'll try it on this shot here. But I haven't got it yet, so I might completely flood this. But I'll just try a little bit of the drive. Shift. Drive. That feels a bit out of structure. I mean, I don't know what I should be doing with that drive. That drive's a little bit, just wasn't It just wasn't sequenced correctly. I think the drive will come. Come on, big shift. You know when you've kept the club in the middle of the body, guys, when you finish like this. Hogan always finished like that. Never finished like that and never finished like that. And Mo Norman very much like that. Although Mo, down the line, wrapped it over. But then he re-established. Okay, last shot, let's do a really... Love these forged clubs. Come on, big shift. Guys, that's as good as I've hit it for 35 years. That just feels fantastic. Love these. They're pretty upright, and the impact for me is just a tad off centre, but not a problem because the sweet spot on these, sweet spot's in the heel, guys. Most good blades are in the heel. And in the old McGregors, when they had the really long hosel, you know, Hogan just hit them all in the heel because that's where the sweet spot was. He was smart. Look, sweet spot, look. Watch this. I'll put it in the middle. See how the shaft, yeah, but I hit it in the heel. Huh? Sweet spot's in the heel. So I would actually get these set up to hit, for me, a little towards the heel. There's plenty of meat in there and really solid, really solid hosel. Okay, last shot. You said that before, Jage. Come on, big shift. Last shot. Guys, I'm still trying to work out how to explain what's going on in the swing. It'll probably take me another couple of videos and I'll get down to the intrinsic bits. But I just wanted to show you some hitting today, some address position, one length, forged clubs, very stiff, heavy clubs. Just, okay, come on. Don't know if you can hear that on this audio, guys, but that's just spectacular hit. Now, that's interesting. See what have a look at this. This is where I tried to hit it. Look, I tried to hit it towards the heel here because that's where the sweet spot is. Look, that's not the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot. Look, that's where I'm trying to hit it. But that was perfect. Okay, guys, that'll do us on this. If the sun stays out, I'm going to do some little pitching with this. It's just fantastic. So if we can do that, it'll be good. If not, we'll carry on. Maybe over the weekend I'll do some more videos. But this is it. Shift and drive. Haven't got it right yet, but there's a lot of potential there and it feels fantastic.